Rosberg v Hamilton, Schumacher v Hill, Senna, Prost. There have been some incredible rivalries in Formula 1 over the decades, but the biggest one of them all might still be raging right now. No, it's not Hamilton and Verstappen. It's actually Toto Wolff versus the taxi drivers of Italy. I know, it sounds crazy, but taxi drivers in Italy have been very angrily waving their fists out of their car windows at what Mr. Wolff has had to say recently. What did he say? Let me go into what he's actually said here, because it just goes to show that you can't say anything in Formula 1 without someone having a problem with it. And yeah, the Italian taxi drivers, those from the cities of Rome and Naples, have very much taken exception to what Mr. Wolff has had to say here. Full article on the F1Chronicle.com as always, guys. Italian taxi drivers have amusingly returned fire at Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff. When asked to comment on Max Verstappen's move on George Russell in Barcelona, which Lando Norris said reminded him of Mario Kart, Wolff told Sky Italia it was like a certain taxi driver in Rome or Naples who goes crazy in traffic. Demonstrating that no quip in the Formula 1 world goes unnoticed, this comment has drawn sharp criticism from none other than the aforementioned taxi drivers. We're better than the Formula 1 drivers who wouldn't even survive an hour in Rome City traffic, said Lorenzo Bittarelli, president of the Roman Taxi Association Cooperativa Radio Taxi 3570. No doubt that is a direct successor to the Roman chariots in the 2nd century AD. He continued to Correa della Sera. We drive between construction sites, motorcycles, e-scooters, tourist buses. Rome is a jungle, much worse than a Formula 1 track. Some may suspect his comments are tongue-in-cheek, but Bittarelli insists that Wolff should be careful with false stereotypes. We're the first ones who don't want to have accidents, because otherwise we'd lose a day's work, he said. The Roman Taxi Union's view was echoed by FILT CGIL, the Italian Federation of Transport Workers. We drive as slowly as a Mercedes here in Rome, joked boss Nicola Di Giacobbe. Now, I have never been to Naples. I hear it's wonderful and I'd absolutely love to go. It's definitely near the top of my travel destinations. But I have been to Rome a few times and I loved it. It's a beautiful city, incredible sights there. Highly recommend you go. But the roads and the drivers. Now, I'm not saying that they crash deliberately. They don't. I do not believe that. I think they're right on that one, right? But if you've ever been to Rome, every single automobile, every single motor car has damage on it. Every single one. They jump red lights constantly. They drive with their phones in their hands. It's incredible, right? Honestly, you get some of all of that in busy cities around the world, but Rome, genuinely, I would say, is one of the most chaotic cities I've ever been to when it comes to the roads. You know, outside of like Southeast Asia, where everybody and their mother has a motorcycle and it's absolute bedlam, I'd say Rome is without a doubt the most chaotic city I've been to in Europe. I love it. I love it. I would go back in a heartbeat. I would absolutely do that. 100%. Beautiful. But yeah, the roads are something else. Like the first time I went with my parents, and yeah, just a little anecdote here for you guys if you're interested. I went with my parents first time on a cruise. Again, lovely time there. But we caught a taxi. We caught a taxi from, I think it was from the Vatican to the Colosseum or something like that. We had a few hours in the city to explore. And we went down this little side road and it was all cobbled streets. And I'm not joking, this road, I think it was a two-way road. I didn't see any one-way signs. So in theory, someone could have come the other way. But it was barely wide enough for this taxi for this that this guy was driving. And yeah, it was all cobbled streets. He must have been doing 30, 40 miles an hour, which I know doesn't sound like a lot. But trust me, on a cobbled street in Italy, that's a lot. That is back-breaking, that. And my mum has quite a bad back, so she was not in the best of moods after that. So yeah, I mean, look, the whole stereotype about Italian taxi drivers being a bit crazy is true, but it is not true in the sense that they crash deliberately and do these kind of maneuvers. I've never seen that personally, but given the amount of damage on a lot of their cars, I wouldn't rule it out completely either. But anyway, yeah, just interesting comments from Toto Wolff, and he's enraged. Like I said, the waving out of the car window, just like doing all kinds of hand gestures and stuff. I mean, look, you know, that stereotype is there for a reason. It's not completely incorrect, I'll be honest. But yeah, like I said, I love Italy. I'd go back in a heartbeat. But yeah, saying it very much is not. And that's part of the charm. But anyway, guys, your thoughts in the comments below. Is that an accurate stereotype for Italian taxi? If you're an Italian taxi driver, get in the comments below. Am I right with this or not? I want to hear what you have to say. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys. Have a fantastic day around the world today. And we'll see you very soon for probably less content like this, but plenty more on the F1 world.